What is going on, guys? Tanner Bell here with makersgonnalearn.com. I'm so excited to be here with you today because we're sharing our Sublimation for Beginners video. This is going to teach you how to make 2 projects start to finish by the end of today's video. We're going to go over all the supplies needed to get started with sublimation because, guys, I understand it can be difficult. There is so much to learn, and as you can see on the table, there's a lot of things that may be new to you that you need for sublimation, whether it is the blanks, the ink, all sorts of things that you need for your project today. So what I've already went ahead and done is we have a great freebie for you to grab today. The first link down below is go have a link for a sublimation checklist. You can grab this checklist and get everything you need to get started with sublimation. So that free gift is linked right down below, and we're super excited. So if you love Cricut, sublimation, and so much more, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, subscribe for more DIY videos, and I cannot wait to jump into this video. All the sublimation files featured today is actually exclusive to our brand new course, Makers Gonna Sublimate. You have to go check it out with over 16 training videos and 200 exclusive files. You do not want to miss out on this brand new training course to learn all about sublimation. So let's go ahead and jump right into what supplies you actually need to be able to sublimate. Now, if you're brand new, you may not know that it's very popular to take an already existing printer and be able to convert it. This right here is my faithful Epson Workforce WF7710, and it works amazing. I've had this since 2019. The price has increased, so there are a few alternatives that you can convert, but it's really neat. So if you don't want to have to convert your own printer, you can purchase a sublimation specific printer. They have the Sawgrass, which is really nice, and we have one of those in our office. But due to size and being able to make literally as many and as big of projects as we like to do, this comes in super handy because it helps out with everything we need to do, okay? Now, after you have a printer, you have to have the ink to convert it. So there's a lot of different ones. There's Cosmo. StarCraft just recently came out with their sublimation ink, which is really fantastic. So you'll want to grab that, and then you'll also want to go through the converting process. So we're not going to share that in today's video, but there will be more information for that when you grab the checklist. We have a course, so it's super fantastic to check out all of that because sublimation kind of has a lot of moving parts, okay? So next after that, you're going to need sublimation paper. And this right here is hands down probably the leader in the sublimation game, and this is paper from Asub. And this right here, we have the large sheets that are 13 by 19 inches. It's very helpful to have these large sheets. You can cut them down, you can use them in different ways. It's just really helpful so you can have the nice large projects because you can make some really big sublimation projects. Now, after you have the ink, the paper, the printer, let's go ahead and go over what you actually have to have when it comes to making a sublimation project from a blank. So right here, you have to have polyester products. So this right here is a sublimation mug. This is actually from Cricut. Anything that is 65 and up poly blend will work perfect for sublimation. Now, the richer color you want, the closer you want to be to 85 to 100% polyester for your projects. It's very important that you can have high polyester blend in your projects today. Okay, my friends? So today, in these start to finish projects we're going to do together, because I really believe after you see everything, you really need to know how to use the products and how it all kind of works together, right? So we have 100% polyester garden flag, which is really nice. So this is 100% polyester. So we'll be able to do a great transfer on here, and it's gonna be perfect for today's video. And again, we have the Cricut mug that is perfect as well for sublimating. So that's fantastic. You have the blanks, the inks, the paper. Now let's talk about what you need for your heat. Now, as a beginner, you may want to start out with an EasyPress. As a sublimation beginner, do not feel like you have to go out and spend $500 on a big heat press. I just don't want you to do that yet. So use what you have. So whether you have an EasyPress that's 9x9, the large one we're using today is 10x12, really whichever you have will be perfect for your sublimation projects, okay? So you wanna have a great heat source. And now we also have the Cricut Mug Press. And if you have any interest in doing your tumblers, being able to create mugs, and having something that is never going to wash off, that is dishwasher safe, this mug press right here is perfect for you to take advantage and be able to jump in to sublimation. Now, my friends, this is a lot. There's a lot of things that we use. There's also the Teflon sheet. You wanna have your heat resistant mat. And we even have a glove here when we're working with the mugs. There's a lot of different things you need. You will also want heat resistant tape. And if you have heat resistant tape, this is how you're going to get the best quality project right out of the gate every single time. Everything you see here are things that we use in every sublimation project. But my friend, you don't have to start out with all of this. Use what you have, and slowly, as you decide to get more into it, you can add other items as you go. You don't have to have a mug press and a large EasyPress or a big heat press to get started. We want you to start sublimation with what you have. So if you're excited to see why and how all these things work together, let's go ahead and jump over and start working on our mug. Today we're going to work in Cricut Design Space to help design our mug, and then I'm going to share with you how you can take any design, whether it's from makersgonnalearn.com or any other platform, and put it in Preview, which is a free platform on your Mac. There's similar ones for Windows, and just print it out. So we're going to share with you 2 ways on how to do that. It's really fantastic, and I'm really excited for you to see exactly how to get started and the practical uses for all of these items, because I know at times it can be overwhelming. So let's go ahead and jump into Cricut Design Space. So when you import the cut file, you're going to go ahead and see that it says that this is a print then cut. So if you go up to operation, you'll see it's a print then cut. So today we're actually using the print then cut feature to print out and create today's project. You're going to see how we're able to utilize the Cricut Design Space software to make a really easy sublimation mugs all inside Design Space. Now again, you could design this from scratch as well, but it's also just a great platform to size your image and have it print out really easily with Cricut Design Space. So I wanted to also note that when you are making a Cricut mug using the Cricut mugs, you will want to make sure the size is a little bit less than 3.75 inches height. So we made ours 3.6, and the width today is 3.11. So that's the size for our mug today. You can kind of play around with what size you want yours, but this will be fantastic. So now we're going to press Make It. As you can see, it's going to put it on the mat for you, and it's going to give this black square around your image. That's okay, we're going to cut that off. So now what we want to do is go ahead and mirror our image. We have been able to mirror our image, and we're going to press Continue. When you're getting ready to print your image, make sure you have your printer selected. Today we're using the Epson Workforce 7710 series. So one thing I want to let you guys know is when you're doing this, be sure to turn bleed off. So go ahead and turn that off and then press Print. All right, my friends, so we printed this out right here. and you can see the colors are not as vibrant as it looks like on your computer. That is completely fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to save some of this paper. We're going to be able to use this, cut it to other sizes. We just had this loaded in, so we're just working with that. So what we're going to do, take our scissors and we're going to trim it down and just take off the black rectangle. You could use a paper trimmer, you can use your scissors, whatever you want today. I'm going to cut pretty small so I know exactly the size of our image. Now, one thing I want to share with you, Sublimation has the ink. This is an ink transfer, right? So do you want to scratch the image? No. Be sure to be careful when touching the image, just so you don't scratch it, because that could affect your design. Typically with vinyl, we're used to touching it, weeding it, you know, everything like that. You just want to be very careful when you are going about it. So just like that. Now at this time, when we're getting our little image ready, remember we mirrored it. So once this is cut out, you're simply going to want to go ahead and turn on your mug press, and this will be heating up. When it's ready to heat down and heat your image, what you're going to do is you're going to see the little power button turn green. So in the meantime, we have to get our mug ready for our project. There's a few things you want to know. So I have a lint roller today, which is very important for all sublimation projects. It's just as important as having the heat resistant tape. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take it and we're just gonna make sure there's no lint on our mug. Now at first, that might seem a little silly because you're like, why would there be any lint on your mug? There could be fingerprints, there could be residue that could ruin your transfer. So just be very careful when taking care of your mug. And I actually have a pro tip for you guys today, because I've made this mistake far too many times and I don't want you to make the same mistake as well. So let me share with you what you need to be careful about when making mugs. So for today's design, it says this is my movie watching mug, right? What does that mean? That means the person looking at you can read the mug, not necessarily that you can read the mug, right? So what you want to do is not have the design facing me. We want the design facing you, the friend walking by while you're watching your movie, right? Or if you want to read it, you know, you could put it on this side. So for today's project, we are going to put the handle on my left side over here, and I'm going to put the design right here. There's been times when I've applied designs in the beginning, accidentally putting it in the middle here or on the wrong side. So just be very mindful and hold the mug and decide, am I gonna hold it in my left hand? Am I gonna hold it in my right hand? Like, what is that gonna look like? So you know what side to put the design on. So all you wanna do is apply your design. You wanna give some space from the handle because you don't want it too close there, and you're gonna start taping it down. Now we recommend here more tape than not enough, because you never know how much tape you actually need for your sublimation projects, because we do not want it to move at all. So you want to tape down all the corners in any space that you can, just to make sure you're getting a great design. So most importantly, you just want to make sure your design is flush, that you're happy with the placement, and that it is laying down perfectly. So I see right here, this part isn't, so I'm gonna take just a little piece of tape, lay it down, and kind of pull it out. So just like so, so that when we put this in our mug press, it's gonna be easy to get a great result, okay? So now you can put the glove on, but it's really easy to be able to place this in the mug press without the glove needed. We're gonna use the glove when we get it out. So we can just place this down right here. Now remember, this is hot. So you just wanna place this down just like so. And now, once you're ready, we're gonna be able to press this down and the automatic timer will begin. So it will now light up one little dot and then work its way for all 5 dots. All right, guys, it's beeping at us to remove the mug, and I'm gonna put the glove on just for safety. Again, you don't have to have this, because if you don't have this, what I'd recommend is just opening this up, letting it cool down, and then grabbing it, because the handle shouldn't be too hot. We just wanna be super careful with our mug. So with the glove, I can confidently grab it and have no issue. Now you can see right here, the design is kind of peeking through. So what we need to do is let this sit here and cool off. You definitely want to let this cool a little bit, and then we can start removing the tape and see our awesome design. All right, so now we can just simply finish removing this, and you can see you have your awesome, awesome design. This is my movie watching mug. How awesome is this? I love that when you transferred the design onto the mug, that's when you get to see all that vibrant color come to life. When you have the transfer, you know, it doesn't look near as vibrant, so people get worried. But once you are heat activated, you let it cool, you can remove it and reveal your awesome design. All right, friends, we've made our mug. Now I want to share with you how we're going to make the garden flag. If you can make the mug, the garden flag is going to be a piece of cake. I'm super excited to share with you how to do it. And since we're making larger than print and cut size with your Cricut, we're not actually going to use Cricut Design Space. This garden flag right here is 12 inches by 17 inches. And remember, our sublimation paper is 13 by 19. So this is a great opportunity where you have the perfect size paper to fit your garden flag. So today, what we're going to do is we're going to look over at our computer. Now I mentioned that we're using Preview today for our project. So we have a Maker's Gonna Learn print and cut file right here. It's called Be Kind. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Tools, and we need to flip horizontal, because in Cricut Design Space, what is called Mirror is called Flip Horizontal here on Preview. So once you press that button, you can see your image has now been flipped. That is something you do not want to forget, and notice you have to do it right out of the gate before sizing your image, before anything. That is step one. All right, step number two, let's go over to File and press Print. Now that you've pressed Print, we need to go and select our printer. We're working with the Epson Workforce 7710 series today. The next thing you want to do is select your paper size. We're going to select 13 by 19, and you may need to set this as a custom size. If you are new to creating custom sizes, let's go ahead and press Manage Custom Sizes. Right here, you can see we have an untitled one that is 13 by 19. And I'm going to go ahead and just add a new one, and we're going to type in Sublimation 13 by 19. Bye, chickies. Once you've named it and you entered the width and the height, you can press OK. So that's our paper size today. And now we're going to go ahead and click on Scale to Fit, and we're going to click Fill Entire Page. Just like so, it's good to go. We can go ahead and now press Print. That was fast. That was pretty fast, you have to admit. Beautiful. How about that? All right, we have our design. And again, look, it's not super vibrant, but it will be soon after we hit our project. So just like preparing our mug, what we need to do is prepare our garden flag. So we're gonna bring our garden flag in, and we have it on our EasyPress mat. And what we're going to do is grab that lint roller, and we're gonna just remove all the lint. And again, this is 100% polyester, so that's gonna be perfect for today's project. Now you also want to come over to your EasyPress and start preheating it to 400 degrees for 50 seconds. That is the temperature we've set it today. So you can see it's set to 400. So now it's go heat up, and then while it's heating up, we're just going to go ahead and take our Be Kind, I'm going to actually move this over right here, and we're going to apply it down onto our garden flag. Sometimes this can be a little bit difficult to do because you can't really see through the A-sub paper too well. So what I like to do is flip it over and cut off the top and bottom. It helps me with placing the image. We're gonna now be able to apply this a lot easier onto our garden flag because we can position it, we can see the outline, and it's gonna be a lot easier. So now, here's the pro tip of the day. You might think, oh, I'm gonna take the EasyPress, I'm gonna push it down, it's gonna be great. Anytime I press without going ahead and using that heat resistant tape, I end up getting some type of blur because it scoots around just a little bit. So I'm gonna take some heat resistant tape, and I'm just gonna go around the design while our EasyPress is still warming up and just applying this down. Heat resistant tape is amazing to use when you're working with sublimation. All right, our EasyPress is heated up. We're gonna grab our Teflon sheet. This is optional, but it's definitely nice to have it and use it if you have one. But you could also use butcher paper or anything like that. Just a barrier to protect your paper from the heat plate. Now you're gonna pick up the very warm EasyPress. You're gonna apply it over your design. And then here's what we need to do today. We need to press the button to start the countdown. But notice I'm applying firm pressure, and once I place this down, I'm not moving it. You do not wanna move any of your EasyPress in this process. So we're going ahead and just heating this down for 50 seconds. All right, so I took the EasyPress off. Now we're going to gently peel up our Teflon sheet, and you can start seeing the design come through. This is a really good sign that your design is looking great. You want to double check everything, see your design, let this cool down just a few seconds, as cool as you want it to be, and kind of take a look. Look at this. So you can see right here, you have your Be Kind design, and it is perfect. I love how vibrant this is, guys. Like, it looks so good. And this will be a great little garden flag for your home. It is that easy to sublimate, my friends. You do not have to have a ton of supplies. You just have to have a few core materials to make your projects amazing. And what I love about this is these projects are super permanent. You're gonna be able to wash your garden flag without any worry about vinyl peeling up. You're gonna be able to throw your mug in the dishwasher and have great results every single time. If you are excited about sublimating, definitely check out our sublimation checklist linked right down below so you are able to grab that today. It is our gift to you, completely free. Thanks so much for hanging out with me and not only going over all these products, but making 2 super easy projects with me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more videos, and if you want these cut files and thousands of others, be sure to check out makersgonnalearn.com and join our membership. We cannot wait to see you in our community. Have a great day, my friends. Bye now.